What's up, guys? This is VintageGenetics you are watching here, and we are all about classic bodybuilding. So we wish to sculpt our physiques like they did in the golden era, you know, the 70s and the 80s. Think about Arnold Schwarzenegger, Frank Zane, Mike Menser, etc. And today is a good example of performing a variety of classic exercises and some complementary ones to create a fully developed physique. So today is chest day, and this actually is my personal last real training day before a competition. This day was on a Sunday, and the following Monday I would start my depletion training for the competition on Sunday. So anyway, we start off with the bench press, and the best mass builder for the chest in my opinion. I like going all the way down personally, because then the stretch on the chest is most optimal, and the deeper the stretch, the harder the muscle will contract and activate. And at the end of the bench press we did a drop set, and this is my heaviest set right now. It's about 25 pounds lighter than I could usually do. You know, I'm deep into my cut, but you know, right after this I'm doing a drop set to really pump the pecs up, and that'll tie in very well with the next exercise, which is all about the stretch. Because my vision is that the more pumped your muscles are, the more effective the stretch of the muscle will be. You literally feel more tension, and that's exactly what you want. Moving on to the incline bench press, and this is one of my absolute favorites for the upper chest, but you have to perform it a certain way, and the stretch here, as I said, is vital to the effectiveness of this exercise. So what you want to do is let the bar sink down right below your chin, and you will see that in just a second, onto your upper chest. And your grip should be fairly wide as well. And I never thought about it before like this, but I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger perform it like this in an outtake of the Pumping Iron movie, and I was really into trying out classic ways of performing exercise at that time. And then I simply realized that this was a very effective way to do it. And we also did a drop set here to really wear out the upper chest and get a great pump. We basically will apply the same technique to the next exercise, but because, you know, what you have to remember, because your pecs are pumped from the drop set you're doing, the stretch you feel will be incredible, and that's what you want to aim for, and that technique will be used on the following exercise as well. So we hit the incline military press here, and now this is a complementary exercise to any other incline chest press, because you hit the upper chest from a unique angle here. And you know, I've always had trouble with my upper chest, but I have to say it has improved quite a lot since I incorporated these different exercises and techniques. And again, just like on the incline bench press, let the bar sink down right on your chin, feel the upper chest stretch out to the maximum, and then push back up. And make sure you keep feeling the tension. Now, some people have told me that they experience shoulder issues on this exercise, and then I suggest adjusting the bench to a less steep incline setting and experiment with that. Always start out with light weights, of course. So now that we basically hit the entire chest with emphasis on the upper chest, it is time to fill it up even more and target the lower chest. And a tip for hitting the lower chest and cable flies is to stand upright more than usual. And this is a little more stressful on the shoulders, so make sure to start out with a light weight first and see how it feels. But basically, you just stretch out your arms as far as you can, really feel your chest pull apart, and then squeeze as hard as you can when you move your arms inwards. And you will notice that during the squeeze your lower chest will be activated a lot more than your upper. You can really literally feel it, and then you know that you're doing it right. So don't rely on the movement, but rely on what you're feeling. And as you guys may know, another exemplary exercise for the lower chest is the dip. And I prefer doing machine dips right now because I'm so close to my competition and I'm able to control the muscles better on this machine. But bodyweight dips are just fine as well, if not even better. But the dips are excellent for hitting the lower pecs, so it's a nice combination with the previous exercise. And the main difference with machine dips and bodyweight dips is that you are able to squeeze your pecs a lot better on the machine. And I want to keep the chest filled up the entire workout, so being able to contract really hard is very beneficial for the pump. And then a version of the cable pullover for the chest, a recommendation for people who have trouble with the dumbbell pullover. Never give up on the dumbbell version though, that one is truly golden. But yeah, this one feels very good as well, especially if you bend over like this. I used to stand upright more, but then the stretch part of the exercise wasn't as effective. Now, however, I feel my chest working the entire range of motion. And we are going to combine this with the dumbbell pullover. So the most important part for me right now is to squeeze the chest as hard as I can at the bottom, because the dumbbell pullover is more about the stretch. And now I'm going to show you a picture right here to show you why I like doing pullover exercises so much. First of all, this is the only true exercise that hits the serratus muscles really well. And these are the ribcage looking muscles attached to the lats right there. And when you keep doing these pullovers over and over, you will end up with pretty thick looking serratus muscles. And that just gives off that classic golden era look, in my opinion. And it also gives you a thick chest and improves lat thickness overall as well. So here you see the pullover, the dumbbell version, and as you can see, I'm really focusing on the stretch, going down as far as I can, and keep your elbows locked in position. Don't make it a tricep exercise, but your arms are solid, no joints. You're just moving your arms, and use your chest to move the weight. Really contract it, especially stretch it in this exercise. And then my brother went on to do some triceps, and I didn't because I already did them in the previous day, so it was cardio time for me. But anyway, I would usually have something like this as well. Starting off the triceps with the overhead dumbbell extension, and this works the long head of the triceps really well. So if you think your triceps are too small overall, working the long head will fill up your triceps the quickest, and this is a great exercise to do so. Basically, any tricep movement behind the head causes activation of the long head. And next up is an exercise for the medial head of the triceps, and usually this is done with close grip presses, but it's also very possible with dips. You simply push the weight down, squeeze the triceps hard, and try to keep the chest out of it as much as possible. And then to finish off the triceps, it's time for a trio of tricep exercises, basically a superset with 3 different movements. And firstly, you hit the short short head by doing rope pushdowns, then move straight over to overhead extensions with the rope, hitting the long head, and then finishing with the rope skull crushers, basically a combination of the previous two to fill up the entire triceps some more. And after this, your triceps will be pumped and burning. Definitely one you should try out yourself. And that's it for today, guys. I'll try to get a video up in the next couple of days about nutrition or supplements, but this has been a very busy week for me regarding my competition, and I'm pretty depleted, but I'll definitely work on it. Thanks a lot for watching, and keep commenting, sharing, and liking the videos. That is very, very much appreciated. And don't forget to stay golden.